Let me ask Manish Tiwari first. Manish, I know that Mr. Chidambaram said that unless there's a specific allegation of corruption or quid pro quo, this is a transaction between, private entities, and therefore a probe is ruled out. However, there are serious questions that are being raised on the nature of Mr. Vadra's businesses, his dealings. Don't you think a probe would help to clear the air once and for all? At the end of the day, should either Mr. Vadra come forward, take questions from the press, allow himself to be cross-questioned, or at the very least should the government say that yes, let's probe this?
Well, Nidhi, I think the finance minister was absolutely correct in the legal preposition which he articulated without calling it a legal preposition. At the end of the day, is it anybody's case that this is an expose? Is it anybody's case that any of the transactions were hidden? Is it anybody's case that these transactions were illegal? All these transactions were carried out between two private entities, declared to the statutory authorities by both the entities concerned in regular filings year after year. And you have suddenly somebody deciding to shoot from the hip, and then everybody else going into a tizzy. Now tell me, are we going to set a standard whereby just because you happen to be related to a politician, you are going to be crucified? You are going to be subjected to an inquisition? The right to privacy, which is guaranteed under Article 21 to each citizen, will not apply to you. The fiduciary relationships or the documents which are supposed to be held in fiduciary trust, by the different statutory authorities will all be given a pass and will be put out in the public domain. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous.
Manish, there is one part of this debate. No, 1 second. I just want to say, I agree with you that there is... Let me complete, Nidhi.
Yes. Let me complete 1 second before I take your question. This guilt by insinuation, this guilt by association, and this innuendo and rumor. I mean, after all, if you are not going to set certain standards of public discourse, I'm afraid then what is good for the goose will tomorrow be good for the gander.
That is a separate debate about whether this politics of shoot and scoot and politics of insinuation is a dangerous path that we're treading down on, and that's a question we'll take separately. But Manish, the fact is that Robert Vadra isn't just any ordinary private individual. He does have a relationship with this country's first family. He is able to see his business jump 350% in a matter of a couple of years. He's establishes 4 real estate firms in 1 year and is given these advance loans by a huge real estate giant for something he doesn't have prior experience in. Therefore, those question marks will be raised. I'm sure you understand that questions will be asked.
Well, Nidhi, let me answer that. Is it illegal to venture into a business in which you have no experience? Is it illegal to enter into transactions and then declare them to regulatory authorities? Is it illegal by any stretch of imagination that because you happen to be related to somebody, you do not have a right to diversify your business? And is it legal or is it even ethical then to subject that person to an inquisition, because some startup political party or a group of individuals feel that they can gain political dividend out of it? I think let's not swing from the sublime to the ridiculous.
But a publicly listed real estate giant like DLF, does it just, for no apparent reason decide that it wants to give an individual with no previous experience in real estate, this kind of financial help? Why would anybody do that? Obviously, there is something more to this.
Who is DLF accountable to? DLF is a public limited company. DLF is accountable to its shareholders. If its shareholders have a problem with the manner in which DLF conducts its activities, they are free to raise it in the annual general meeting. Is DLF accountable to you, or is DLF accountable to me? DLF is accountable to its shareholders and it is accountable to the statutory authorities.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app, fully optimized for retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.